Welcome back to Success with Steven. My name is Steven Smith. On this channel, we discuss all things financial literacy. Now, imagine this. You check your bank account at the end of the month, and instead of seeing your usual paycheck, you see your entire annual salary sitting right there. 12 months of income in 30 days. I know that sounds like a fantasy, but it's actually not. Last month, I made a little over $40,000, which used to be the annual salary that I got paid at my previous employer. So in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how people are doing this, and more importantly, how you can do it too. Whether your yearly salary is $40,000, $80,000, or even $250,000, I'm going to break down real strategies, business models, and a mindset shift that can help you compress a year's worth of income into just 1 month. But a fair warning before we get into it, this is for people that want to take action, who want to bet on themselves and build something that pays them based on their value, not time. So if that sounds like you, let's get right into the video. Let's start with some hard truth. Most people will never make their yearly salary in 1 month because their income is tied to their time. They're trading hours for dollars, and there's a hard cap on how many hours one person can actually work. So if you grind 16 hours a day, 7 days a week, you're going to be very limited, and that's the problem. Jobs are designed to pay you just enough to keep you coming back, but not enough to set you free. Companies cannot afford for you to have leverage. That's why raises take forever and promotions are like playing office politics with a blindfold on. So now we understand that people tether their earnings to labor, trading hours for dollars, but time is a finite resource. If you trade a limited amount of time for a limited amount of income, you'll be permanently capped. And when you spend that money, say on depreciating things like cars, clothes, just things that don't actually make you any money or have any intrinsic value, you lose both time and money. That's why financially strapped people stay that way. Wealthy individuals value time more than money, and they structure their lives around leveraging both. So your first step will be to step outside of the wage system, i.e., not selling time, but instead you'll be selling results, ideas, or products. Everything you earn comes from either labor or leverage. Labor is working for your money. Leverage is having your money work for you. And leverage doesn't have an hourly limit. Leverage is a critical concept that enables growth, and this will be the key component to accelerate how fast you can make money. In business, leverage can take on several different forms. For example, labor as a form of leverage involves hiring other people to scale your efforts and achieve more than you could alone, which is why someone will hire you to perform a role or a task. The second form is capital, investing your own money or borrowed funds into ventures that multiply how much money you have. We discuss this a lot on this channel, but for the purpose of this video, let's take this option off the table. And at the top of forms of leverage lies code and media. If you don't have funds to invest into a business or to hire someone to perform labor, or you prefer not to manage a team, you can use code to automate your processes. Automated bots, apps, scheduling tools, AI-driven systems, they can all work for you around the clock for nearly zero marginal cost. Media can be social platforms like YouTube, LinkedIn, and Instagram. These platforms allow one message to reach hundreds, thousands, or even millions of people. Instead of manually contacting people one by one, you can use the algorithm on these platforms for exposure to attract your audience passively day after day. No matter what field you enter, leverage allows 1 unit of effort to yield an unlimited amount of results. Now, to leverage effectively, you must study your market, choose a large group of people with the problem that you can solve, identify a measurable pain point, something recognized, something felt, and costly enough that solving it is financially appealing. You want to package a valuable solution. You can use formats like a product, like a coaching, like a done-for-you offer that can be delivered at scale. You want to be able to communicate this compellingly. You want to show your market that you truly understand their pain and can guide them to pleasure, and that goes into marketing and sales. You want to price this with intention. Calculate your cost, the value, the impact, and if the business is sustainable. Deliver on promises, ensure your product or service is reliable and can produce results that you promise. If you do this right, your earnings aren't capped by hours, they scale with value, demand, and velocity. Now, if you're serious about leveling up your finances and want to connect with like-minded people who are on this exact same path, then you should join my Discord community, My Success University. It's where we do a deeper dive into credit hacks, business funding strategies, and money moves that actually work. The first 1,000 members get into the community completely for free, and after that, it's $25 to join. Don't miss out. Go to www.mysuccessuniversity.com and start building your financial future that you deserve. Again, it's a brand new group. I actually just launched it yesterday, and we're almost at 100 members so far. So it might only be 900 available slots, and it's probably less than that at the time that you're watching this video. Now, before we move on to exactly what you should do in order to make your salary in 1 month, we have to talk about value. Anyone claiming to create wealth cannot avoid this truth. Money follows value. I talk about it all the time, and I talk about this for a reason because a lot of people skip over this part. If you offer solutions to problems, money will follow you. Think of tangible examples. If someone is, let's say, failing at math, tutoring helps. If someone needs to shed weight, a structured meal plan will deliver that result. If someone's driveway is dirty, your pressure washer service adds value. It's really that simple. We don't need to overcomplicate this. However, if you want to make your annual salary in 1 month, you need to design your offer based on these principles. First, the larger the problem, the more you can charge. If you can guide someone through a 50-pound weight loss instead of just 5 pounds, you can command a higher fee. Time matters. Faster results will justify higher prices. Ease matters. If you can make the transformation painless, your offer becomes more valuable. Guarantee matters. Strong results and money-back policies will validate your worth. Your customer's capacity matters. Professionals or affluent clients pay more than students or lower income clients for the same transformation. Now we understand the difference between labor and leverage and how leveraging accelerates how fast you can make money. And finally, creating value fuels the income. So if we were building a car, leverage is the engine, value is the fuel, and your income source is going to be the tires, because without this, we cannot get anywhere. If you want to make your yearly salary in 1 month, we need a scalable income source. And there are 3 main ways that you can do this. There's product income, there's service income, and there's audience income. Now let's start with product. When I say products, I'm not just talking about physical items that you ship in the mail, although that is part of it. I'm talking about anything that can be sold and delivered without your constant involvement. That could be a course, that could be a coaching program, a digital product, a software tool, or even a low ticket item like a planner or an ebook. Now, once you create it, it's yours. It can be sold over and over again without recreating it each time. And here's where it gets powerful. Let's say you create a digital product on something you already know, like fitness training, accounting, or social media strategy. You price it at $497. To make $60,000 in a month, which for many people is their annual salary, you only need 121 people to buy it. That's 4 sales a day for 1 month. Does that sound crazy? Maybe, but there are creators that are making hundreds of sales a day, not because they're famous, but because they built the right offer and they know how to market and sell that offer. Last month, I made $20,000 alone just for making videos for other companies. And I was talking to my mom because she's getting really good at options trading. And I'm super proud because every time I call her, she's doing the work. She's reading, she's studying. She even made her own Pine script for TradingView. Some of you may not know what that is, but it's a programming language that allows you to create your own trading tools to help her make money. I'm not crazy. I'm not gonna say how old my mom is because then she might see this and, but she's pretty, she's of age and she's able to do this. And I was telling her, like, do you know how amazing that is? I can't even do something like that. So I was telling her, hey, if you made a YouTube platform or any social media platform for that matter, and you show them how these tools that you created are helping you make hundreds and thousands of dollars, you could sell this for $500. And if she sold 200 of these, that would be $100,000. That would be 6.66 sales per day. And I've purchased indicators for trading stock and things like that. So I know that's definitely possible. And she didn't want to do it because, of course, it's uncomfortable. But I told her, like, Mom, I made all this money just from making videos. Did you ever think I could do that by just making a video? Again, it always seems crazy until you actually do it. Then just know that that is a mindset that you need to abandon, because that mindset of thinking no one would do that is the reason why you're never going to do it. Because I can assure you, people are doing it every single day, including myself. This works with physical products. It also works with digital products too. Take a Shopify store or an Etsy shop. These platforms allow you to scale fast if you have the right product and market fit. The point is, selling a product is one of the few ways to make exponential income. You do the work once, you get paid repeatedly. Now, this is very front loaded, but once it's built, you're not trading time for money. That's how people go from 5K a month to 100K months. It's not a fluke. It's leverage. Next, let's talk about services. This is perfect for people who already have a skill, especially that businesses or high net worth individuals are willing to pay for. Think about web designers, copywriters, consultants, agency owners, fitness coaches, and business strategists. These are people who offer a specialized service and charge a premium rate. Now, let me give you an example, and this is one that I think a lot of people don't really understand. Copywriting. Copywriting is a skill that most people are aware of, but they just don't know how to monetize it. If you think about it, writing is the foundation of almost everything that we see online. Blog articles, Amazon product descriptions, even YouTube videos and Instagram reels, they all involve writing. But copywriting, however, is writing with intent. Think about it like this. When you watch a commercial or an ad, someone had to write that ad. If it's impactful enough, that ad could generate millions of dollars for a company. Copywriting isn't paying for the words written down, you're paying for the results. This is very similar to what I do with sponsored videos, not brand partnerships, but sponsored videos. I know a copywriter that works for a brand and they make $5,000 for a single sales page. Why? Because that sales page can make the brand $50,000 and beyond that. It's about perceived value. If your service helps someone make or save money, you can charge a lot more. Now imagine this. Instead of you trying to get $150 clients, you get 10 $5,000 clients in a month. That's $50,000. And if you close one more, then you just beat the average American annual salary in 30 days. And here's the kicker. You don't need a fancy website. You don't need thousands of followers. All you need is results. If you can get people results or you solve a painful problem, they will pay you. And yes, you can scale services too. You can build an agency, bring on subcontractors, create packaged offerings, or launch retainers. That's how some service providers go from freelance to six-figure months. Again, it's all about breaking the link between time and income. I have an entire video where I break down how you can start a remote service business. I highly recommend that you watch that video. It's going to give you some basic step-by-step instruction on how to get through this process. And finally, let's talk about the most misunderstood and possibly the most powerful income source of all, which is audience. A loyal audience is the ultimate asset. You can launch a product and have it sell out in minutes. You can promote affiliate offers and land brand deals, start paid communities, or even sell high ticket coachings. And let me break this down for you. Say you build a YouTube channel or Instagram page or a TikTok or even an email list around a specific niche, like credit building, like productivity, like entrepreneurship. You can post content that actually helps people. Over time, let's say you grow to 10,000 followers or subscribers. Now imagine you release a $297 course to that audience. If just 300 people buy it, that's nearly $90,000 in one single month. And remember, you can do this multiple times a year. And I know creators for a fact with small audiences, way smaller than mine, making six figures a month. The beauty of audience income is that it stacks. Every piece of content you create keeps working for you. Your value compounds, and unlike a job where every month you start from zero, an audience gives you leverage that grows over time. Now let's break this down into something actionable. I'm going to give you a blueprint, a step-by-step framework that you can follow starting today. Step number 1, identify a high-value skill or niche. This could be something you already know or something you're willing to learn. Ideally, it should solve a painful problem. The more urgent and expensive the problem, the more people will pay. Step number 2, decide how you're going to deliver value. Are you going to package your knowledge into a product, offer a premium service, or build content around to grow an audience? Pick one lane to start with and you can expand later. Step number 3, create an irresistible offer. This means positioning your product or service in a way that makes people say, I need this right now. Focus on the outcome. What will their life or business look like after working with you or using your product? Step number 4, build a conversion system that might be a landing page or a sales funnel or just a solid DM strategy. If you're starting with services, you need a way to turn interest into income. Step number 5, drive traffic. This is where content marketing, paid ads, affiliate promos, or outreach come in. You need eyeballs on your offer because if there's no traffic, then there's no sales. Step number 6, deliver results. Collect testimonials and scale. This is how you build momentum. Each happy client or customer becomes marketing fuel. Over time, you can raise your prices, you can launch new offers, and you can grow your team. Now, I talked about a lot of different ways that you can do this, but one thing that I didn't mention, but I just want to shed a little light on, you can actually make content that is also entertainment and it can be fun for you. Now, your business model will change. You can make content for the sake of being entertaining. I would say that is definitely a harder sell. However, there's lots of people doing it. You see it all the time. People like Drewski, people like Kai Sanat. You can find people that are in this particular field, and you can also do that as well. Based on your pricing, on your revenue goal, for example, let's shoot for the stars. Let's say you wanted to make $1 million. If you had a $20 profit per product that you sell, you would need 50,000 sales to make $1 million in a single month. If you had a $200 profit, then it will only take you 5,000 sales in 1 month to make $1 million. If you had a $2,000 profit per sale, it will only take 500 sales for you to hit that million. If you had a $20,000 profit, it would only take 50 sales for you to make $1 million in a single month. And this is a huge number. Remember, we're only talking about your annual salary, which could be like $60,000, $70,000, $80,000. So these numbers would be very small in comparison to something like this. But you can choose the level of effort that aligns with your skills. You need to deliver, fulfill on your promise, and ensure client satisfaction. That success will fuel your brand's growth. Now, I know what a lot of you are probably thinking. That all sounds great, Steven, but can I actually do it? And my answer is simple. Why not you? You've solved problems even when you didn't realize it. You just need to surface the abilities that you have, package it, and deliver it with value. I really want people to stop undervaluing your experiences and your expertise. The problems that you've solved for yourself and others are worth being paid for. And if you structure it right, you can make your salary in a single month, maybe even a single day. This isn't some fantasy that's reserved for the lucky or a few of the privileged. It's a decision. It's a strategy. It's a path. And if you're ready to start that path, then I hope that this video gave you the roadmap. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, drop a comment below, and let me know your monthly income goal and what you're going to do when you hit it. We also have the Discord community. I highly recommend that you join while those free spots are available. And if you want more information on that, please check the description, because I truly believe that your breakthrough is closer than you think. And it's going to be awesome to surround yourself with like-minded individuals that can push you to get there. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video, and you guys have a wonderful day.